Good morning, everyone. Today is Tuesday, August 5th. Let's go ahead and get into our NASDAQ top-down analysis, starting here on the weekly. As usual, I have marked out the previous week high, previous week low, and 50% of that range. And then dropping into the 4-hour here, what we can see to review the past price action is last week we came down into this 4-hour imbalance, creating our weekly low, which was on Friday here. Usually if we don't penetrate the first quadrant of an imbalance, then usually it's a good sign that this imbalance will hold for the time being. And that's what we can see here. After we retested this imbalance here, we made a run back up to 50% of the previous week's range, and right now it looks like we're kind of just consolidating around 50%. So to get into what I'm looking at, it's going to be seeing how we react off of this 4-hour imbalance here. So there's two scenarios. Either we can treat this as a bearish play, and what I would be looking for is we come up to this imbalance here and we look for price to reject it 50%, or if we get above 50%, I would wait until we get back below for a break and retest for shorts. So you can either look at the wick off of 50% for another move lower and then potentially back down to 50% here, or like I said, we can break through 50% to grab some liquidity, come back down below, and if we do that, I would look for a retest for shorts, and then same thing, targeting 50% again. And then the bearish play off of this imbalance would be a break and retest for longs. So if we break 50% and we happen to get a retest, then I would potentially look for longs to target the fill of the imbalance, would most likely be first target, and then I would look to target buy side liquidity, and then ultimately this 4-hour imbalance. So the reason I'm willing to take a long or short scenario is because we are in this consolidation here. Whenever we did come down here last week, we didn't really sweep too much liquidity. As you can see, we barely swept the lows, and then we made a run back up to 50% with little to no pullbacks. So this is a sign that ultimately we still might be consolidating, but these scenarios could definitely offer some good plays. So that's basically all I have today, guys. As you can see, just dropping into the 1 hour, we're basically just consolidating at 50%. So I'm just gonna set an alert about halfway to 50% here and just see if this alert ever gets hit. But other than that, I'll just be focusing on the time cycles and seeing if I can get anything. But I hope you guys have a good day, and I will catch you in the next one.